beautiful birthday card for you today, and it features our new Make a Cake. So I'll show you how that works. The other items we'll be using include, I've got some pastel baker's twine we're going to use for our little banner at the top. Here is the Make a Cake set, so you can see all the different pieces and we can put together a beautiful layered cake. And we are also going to be using the banner from the Celebrations shadow box. There's all sorts of fun things in there you can use, so you can pick them out and use them with other die sets as well. They don't have to be used just with your square shadow box. And the last one here is the alphabet grid. So I'm going to show you the letters, how we can use them in two different ways. They'll cut square and they cut the letters out, so we'll use both. Okay. So I'm going to do a little bit of cutting first. Decided to make our cake chocolate. So I've got some chestnut card here, and we're just going to use the rectangle pieces for the base of the cake. Tape those on there. Let's try that. Okay. Yeah. Oops. Okay, peel these off, put those back, and you've got some really cute little stitching around the edge of that. So what we're going to do is kind of work our cake upward. So I think what I'll do first is I will show you the icing, all right? I'm going to bring in a couple of these that I've cut earlier, and I've just cut them out of white. Little piece of wax paper just to demonstrate here, and I've got the Cosmic White PVA glue accents. So I'm going to show you what you can do just to give it that really nice little icing look. I'm going to put it on the die cut and just sort of move it around, get it all over, and then pull it down into the drip parts like that, just right down into the tip of that. Okay, we can do the second one here really quickly. So it just looks like you've got white frosting dripping down your chocolate cake. There we go. So what I would do is set that aside to dry because that is a glue, so that's going to need some dry time. Got one I'd done earlier, so we will go ahead and put those into place. Just going to use a little bit of Cosmic Shimmer Dries Clear Glue on the back. We'll put that on the larger one, right like that. Give it a second. Put this one on the smaller one. There we go. Give that a second to set up. I've cut a little cake dish out of blush card, and I'll tell you what, I'll bring this over and we'll start to assemble. Tiny bit of mounting foam on the back of that, and I'm just going to seat that right about there, and I'm going to add a little bit of mounting foam to the back of this one. We'll put that one centered right in the middle of the cake plate right there. Little piece on this one. Build that cake up. Now you can also use the little squiggles in the set as icing as well, but I am going to use it to decorate the cake plate. So there's all sorts of things you can do with these. And even if you want to use it as a little edging on a card, you could do that and cut multiples and put them end to end. So many uses for this little die. I'm just going to put a little decoration on our cake plate like that. And I'm going to go ahead and do the candles. Now there's a little stack of them, and I want to give just a tiny bit of color to them. So I'm going to bring in a distress marker in yellow, color the ends of these, just where the flame part is. I'm going to bring in a little bit of spiced marmalade, just tip it a little bit into the orange, give it a little bit more of a flame look. And you can even bring in some of the Sparkle Star glitter and tiny bit of glue. Let me just grab this. We'll put ever so small amount on the tips here. There we go. Just tip it right in there, and then when that dries, you'll have a beautiful look to that. So I'm going to add some glue to the back. Put that at the top of our cake. Give that a second to dry. There we go. Okay. Now I've gone ahead and cut out of the alphabet grid the letters birthday and put them down here. Got a little piece of something on there. And out of the center of those come the actual letters. Oop, there we go. Okay, so I've got them cut into a darker shade of pink. Now I thought what I would do is make myself a kind of a little picker-upper tool. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit of glue dot on the end of my pokey tool here. Let me just get a little bit there. I think that should work. And underneath that I have a strip of self-adhesive sticky sheet, so all of those are open and adhesive. So I should be able to piece these right into place like that. I think yeah, there we go. Still have some of that. Seat them right back into the squares they came out of. There we go. There's the D. And our A. And our Y. Okay, so we've got the word birthday down on the bottom there. And before I go any further, let me just give you a quick measurement on the piece I've used here. It is 5 1/4 square, okay? So I want to add our banner to this. So I've gone ahead and cut the banner out of the dark pink, reverse the letters, and put happy onto each of the banners and put it around the baker's twine. It's got a little fold over piece in the die here. And there's 2 sizes you can use. But see, this little fold over piece will go over your string or whatever you need it to go onto. And I'm just going to seat that so it goes kind of across diagonally. So I'll put a glue dot there. Put the first side right about like that, and a glue dot here. Just give it a little bit of a bend in it. Let me just see if I can get that on there. And I've tied a tiny little bow there. Take a little bit of that away. So I've got the word happy coming across the top. Now I wanted something a little bit more special for the edge of this card. So what I've done is I've gone and put a paved pearl background on that. So I'll tell you what, I'll put this together and then I'll show you how we've made that. I've added some mounting foam. It's important that you put a little mounting foam on your focal element for this because you need it to be raised up above those dots. So let me get my baker's twine out of the way and put that right into the center. Okay, so now just to simulate what I've done there, here is my backing piece. This is going to be my topper. So I just cut a little bit larger of an area, about a 1/2 inch all the way around, although you can go a little bit larger if you want. And if you take a pencil and just put a little dot on each corner, you'll know exactly where that topper is going to sit. So you're going to bring in your PVA glue. Now I've used the white. I do like the white on white look. And I try to do a side at a time. So what I do is do some very, very large dots just randomly across the page. Maybe add a few more in. And then I go back and just randomly dot different sizes around it. Now with your PVA glue, as long as the nozzle doesn't touch the card, your dots will stay really nice and round. If you touch the center, like if I go like that, you can see how they flatten out. So you just want to keep adding little dots. You can do smaller ones, different sizes. And the paved pearl technique is nothing more than many, many dots randomly placed around, different sizes. And it just takes a few seconds to go and do a side. Then I would turn it and I would follow the same pattern, go around all the way. until I have a piece that looks like this. And it does take a little bit of drying time. I tend to leave these so they dry overnight and they're good and dry, but you can see they're really nice and firm. You can post them anywhere you like. But I think that's a beautiful card. I think anybody would enjoy something like that.